All right, Spoety face, how's it going?
Man, what's the deal, man? Everything.
Glad to have you here.
Appreciate you having me.
What's been going on, man? You been working, grinding, got a lot coming up?
Yeah, as far as work wise, I had to take a little brief break. Been dealing with the death of my brother. I just buried my brother like a week and a half ago, so I had to take a little break on everything. But things still on the up and up.
Damn, sorry to hear that, man.
Appreciate it.
Damn.
Yeah.
All right, well, for the people who might not know, can you tell them a little bit about yourself? Where you from and what it was like for you growing up?
Yeah. First of all, everybody know my name's Spoety Face. I grew up in South Central Los Angeles, the Merck Park District, rolling 40s, of course. And growing up, same stuff. In the hood, in the ghetto. But I pretty much had a good childhood or whatever. I just, got caught up in the gang life and started going to jail real young. So I had a decent childhood though. Never wanted for anything or anything like that.
How old were you when you first went to jail?
I was 12. I was 12 years old. I caught my first case at 12, and then 13. That's when I was sentenced to prison with California Youth Authority at 13. So at the age of 13, I did like almost 4 years.
What happened at that age, if you could talk about it?
I went to jail, turned a little like assault with a firearm into just like more time or whatever. But yeah, I got sentenced to YA for the assault
So
with
you
a
were 12
firearm.
years old?
Nah, I first got locked up when I was 12 years old for a robbery. Then I got out, they let me out on probation or whatever. So at the age of 13, I ended up catching another case, which was assault with a firearm. And then that's when I got sentenced to the California Youth Authority.
All right, now you're 13 years old. You already been to juvenile hall once. Now you're looking at like a 4-year term, man. Like at 13, what are you kind of thinking, and what's your thought process like at that age doing that?
My life is over. You gotta understand, it's not normal. That start there. Like, what I'm saying, a kid getting sentenced to that much time back then. 13, I was in 8th grade. You know what I'm saying? So I really wasn't even in high school yet. So when somebody telling me you gotta do almost 4 years in prison, yeah. So when somebody tell you, just 4 years just like that, back then, three months was, 30 days was a lot to me. I had never been really away from home like that long, away from my parents or my family. So I was like, dang, my life over. It felt like life back then. So yeah, it was tough, but gradually as you get used to being in jail, it come normal. So I got over the homesick and just start programming.
What was jail like for you?
It was hard. It was hard at first until I got used to it. Hard meaning like, what I'm saying, like I said, being homesick or whatever the case is, not being able to go outside when I want to, being able to use the restroom, what I'm saying? And or then the violence, of course, the violence in jail, got to fight every day, I was used to that, but shit, fighting every day, 2-3 times a day. Sometimes you getting pepper sprayed. As a kid, that's a whole lot, you know what I'm saying? So being pepper sprayed or being locked up in a cell with nothing for 48 hours at a time, it was different. It was definitely different.
What do you think was like the worst fight or worst situation you had in there?
In juvenile hall or YA,
Either or.
uh, I say YA. I say YA, like the riots that I had. If you want to say just overall, I say in YA the riots, and as a fight, me having to fight at like a 19-year-old at 14. That was pretty bad. But I say the riots. That was it was different. Like actually being 13 in a full blown riot, you never seen nothing like that before. Like yeah.
Going through this at this is a young age, you're growing up still.
hmm
How does this change you? How does this affect you?
To be honest, it changed me for the worse because like I wouldn't say I was an innocent kid before I started going to jail, but I definitely wasn't a savage. The that the system turned me into, because then when I was up in there, it's like it's you know, it's survivor, you know what I'm saying, or you know what I'm saying, it's eat or be eaten, you know. So when either you gonna roll over, or you know, you gonna handle your business. And I was one of the persons, I was one of the people that, you know, it made me it made me who I am, like, you know what I'm saying, like a savage. It turned me into a savage. So I would say it definitely turned me for the worse, because I was like, all right, now I'm gonna be a smarter criminal, or now I'm preying on people, because I know how it was when, you know what I'm saying, was trying to prey on me, and I gotta fight every day, like, you know what I'm saying. So I was returning the favors in a lot of aspects, you know. So I would definitely say it didn't help me or rehabilitate me none. It just, I was a kid. So you know what I'm saying? Like, so once I got to 17 and 18, I was big dog at that, you know what I'm saying, at that point. So it was, you know, yeah, it wasn't, I didn't get no good out of it.
To take it back a little bit, how old were you when you jumped off the porch?
I was 10,
10 years old.
10 years old, full-fledged already.
Jumped in and everything?
You
That's
understand?
young.
I like my cousin, like we, you know, we born and raised in the hood. Like I'm born born and raised in the 40s. So at 10, that was normal. I'm more, like I said, 12, I was already in jail. Like when most people was going to, you know what I'm saying, trying to go to school dances, or, you know, lose their virginity, I was already in jail.
So you said it was your family. You know, like what was going on that made you want to be full-fledged in the street at that young age?
Pretty much my family, and what I seen outside my doors. Like I had a good upbringing. Like, you know, my grandma raised me, my granny raised me, and she raised me well. It was just, you know, at that time, you know, I'm born in the 80s, raised in the 90s. So all my cousins was gaming, my whole family from the hood, from 40s and Main Street. So, you know, that's just what I wanted to be, you know.
What are some of like your early memories with your family and the streets? You know, like was it, you know, like what happened? You know, was there any like trauma situations that happened when you were that young?
Nah, it wasn't necessarily no trauma situation. I remember my auntie and my uncle got killed, but as far as like trauma that making me want to gang bang, nah, that's just what I seen. The gang members was the ones who all had all the money. The low riders back then, you know, the low riders, the girls, you know, they had the reputation. That's just something, you know, they was role models. I didn't have no doctors or no lawyers, you know what I'm saying, in my family to look at. I mean, I had my uncles, which they was, you know, Black Panthers, and they was hardworking men. But I didn't want to be that. I wanted the cars, the girls, and everything else that came with that.
Okay, so now you get out of juvenile hall. Now, have you been going to school in there?
Yeah, you go to school in there. They actually they force you. You have to, when you in juvenile hall, or any juvenile system school, they make you go to school. Like if you ain't got your GED or your high school diploma already, they make you go to school. So for sure you going to school.
Did you get your GED when you were in there?
Yeah, I actually got my GED and my high school diploma. I got my GED when I was NYA, and then I ended up getting my high school diploma once I got out. I just wanted to, because like when you in YA, you can get your GED at 14, 15. You just got to get in the books, you know what I'm saying? And they let you go at your pace. So it's kind of like some like self-studies or homeschool. Like you just like, I don't care about that. Let me just do it. If you could pass, you would have your GED at 14, 15 years old. But by the time I got out, I was still 17. It's like, I ain't even experienced life. I want to go to high school. You know what I'm saying? So I just did it all over again, you know? So I just did the high school thing already. But I got out of YA with a GED though. I never was a dumb kid. I always was smart, like top of my class and everything. You know what I mean? It just was always active in sports, like hella good in sports and all that. It was just, you know, I wanted to do something different.
So you get out of YA
hmm
and you go to high school.
hmm
And what's that like for you?
It was like heaven, you know, popular, you know what I'm saying? Crenshaw, you know, going there or whatnot. You know, it was a kid's dream, you know, all my, you know, all the kids, all your friends from the neighborhood, you know what I'm saying, or your juvenile, I mean, your junior high schools that you went to or whatever. I loved it. But even up there, it was like all the homies is up here now. You know what I'm saying? So all the kids that was 12, 13 years old, we was going to middle school. Now we in high school. We 16, we 17, we 18 years old. Now it's like, it's for real, for real. I mean, it was for real in junior high school, but like, nah, this for real. Like, you know what I mean? Like people getting killed over this. Like you seeing your homies getting killed, like and catching real cases. Like, you know, so it was definitely different. And it was more exciting.
Crenshaw High is known for being a Crip school. So, what happens if a blood shows up to Crenshaw High?
Are you getting maxed out? Me personally, I never really seen. I only heard like you have one here and there. Like you have one here and there that that'll come, but they wouldn't be gang banging. Somebody have to know him, or somebody have to, you like, oh, I think he a girl, like, oh, I think he from woot, like, you know what I'm saying? They wouldn't just outright banging, and you some you did have them, but they wouldn't last. They'd get ran out of school the same day. They get packed out, get them up out of there. Worse, shot or stab.
Did you get in a lot of fights when you were in high school?
Not at Crenshaw, nah, because it was pretty much all my homies and homies from neighborhood, like 60s and all that. So I did get in fights, but it was just like, I don't know, enemies type stuff, just people trying to be macho or whatever. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Are we getting into it with the 60s? Are we getting into it with the 50s or something like that? Other than that, not really.
And you graduate.
Yeah.
And what do you do when you graduate?
And go to jail.
Go to jail. How long after you graduate do you go to jail?
Like a couple months. Like I said, I used to be hella good in sports. So at one point in time, like basketball used to be my life. I used to like really want to, you know what I'm saying, go to the league and play basketball. But I just kept going to jail. I couldn't shake the jail shit. You feel me? So I ended up catching like a gun case. I ended up catching a gun case and went back to YA. I ended up turning 18 in YA. And that was my last time. I did like 10 months and that was my last time in YA. And I got out when I was 18 years old.
Oh, you graduate and you're not 18 yet when you graduate?
Mm-mm.
Okay, you graduate, go to jail, 10 months, then you turn 18.
I ended up turning, in the midst of me being in jail, I ended up turning 18. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, now you get out of jail, you're 18, you got your high school diploma. Do you try to get a job? Do you try to do anything positive, or you just in the streets?
No, I was in the streets. I wasn't even thinking about a job. When I got out of YA, like, when you in jail, you can like, man, I'm gonna do this when I get out. It's like, nah. As soon as I hit the streets, I'm like, I'm chasing girls, you know what I'm saying? I love the hood. I want to be in the hood. I'm trying to go to all the functions and be involved in all the DPs, all the put-ons, the normal street life stuff. Like when you're involved and you're a member, or a part of a street organization. I'm just trying to have fun. In the streets where it was all the fun. At home, it wasn't no fun. My grandma was strict. We really couldn't do nothing as far as like, you know what I'm saying? I couldn't sag my pants. She's like, boy, they pulling pants up. Like, I had to be respectful in the house, which wasn't a bad thing, but I basically, I had to listen. I had to follow the rules in my house. And at that age, I wasn't trying to follow the rules. I go out here, I ain't gotta listen to nobody. Y'all can't tell me nothing. I go in the house, I gotta be respectful to my grandma. You know what I'm saying? Like, so.
What do you think was like one of the most wild situations that you went through during that time, that you could talk about?
I'll say just period. I'll say the most traumatic and the most like still memorable to this day. So like I said, when I was 12, I first went to jail. I went to juvenile hall or whatever the case was. So when I got out, they let me out on probation. They let me out on house arrest. So I ended up cutting off my house arrest because I wanted to go swimming. All the homies was going, my cousins and my sisters and all them, they was going, they was passing by the door. Oh, you can't go out, we'll do. I'm like, man, this man is over with. I cut off my ankle monitor and so now I'm on the run, I'm thugging. So I never forget it. One of my friends at the time, I'm like 12, he like 15, Sean Brooks, I never forget it, the homie Demon. He walked me home, like just to make sure I was all right. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, you ain't gotta walk home or whatever. He walked me home and we end up seeing this car or whatever the case is, and we just looking in the car or whatever. We see some dudes. We kids at the time. He a little older, but we kids. We see some dudes or whatever the case is, and we not paying the car no mind. We like hitting up with the spray can in the hood or whatever the case is, and he stopped at my corner and he like, go ahead, walk. I'm gonna wait till him and the other homie like, I'm gonna wait till you get in the house. So I never forget it. I get to my door. I knock on the door. My grandma opened the door. I give her a hug or whatever. I throw my hands out to them so they get to walking back down the street, and all I just hear is like 4 or 5 shots. I don't think nothing of it because that's everyday life, and you know what I'm saying, South Central LA. I get a call the next morning like, man, Sean dead. So my friend, one of my best friends at the time, my big bro, he walked me home and got killed. The same core that we seen that we weren't paying no mind to it, the same people who took his life, ultimately took his life. And they could have did it while I was right there. That's why I think about it to this day. They could have did it when I was right there. But I just think about like, man, that was God. I was too young. It wasn't my time. You know, and a lot of people blame me for, you know what I'm saying, his death. They're like, man, if you wouldn't have, you know how when people grieve and things like that. So that still stick with me to this day. Like, I lost my friend because he walked me home. Like, I was supposed to be in the house anyway. I cut off my ankle monitor. He just trying to make sure I'm, you know what I mean, I'm making safe because I'm a little kid. I'm 12 years old. Like, you know what I'm saying? And he sacrificed his life, you know what I'm saying, to save mine.
Damn, that's
Yeah.
wild, man.
Yeah, that's a true story. That's a true story.
Whew, okay. Now, you get older. Do you ever try to get a job?
I did. I remember, man, a long time ago, I tried to apply for like Subway or something. And they ended up hiring me. I didn't think they was gonna hire me. They ended up hiring me, and I tried to work, man. I was like, yeah, this ain't me, man. I quit the first day.
First day?
First day, man. I was like, man, this ain't me. And this was probably like when I got out of YA, maybe like I was 18, maybe 19, I believe, somewhere in there. I applied online. This is when they first started doing job applications online. Like, you know, you remember how you said, can I get an application? You used to go in and they used to give you applications or whatever the case was. This is when they first started doing it online. I applied online. I got an interview and I went down there and they hired me on the spot. And it's like, I was like, once after that, I said, yeah, this different. I'm cool on this. Quit the same day, Subway. Quit the same day, bro.
That's the only job you ever had?
No, I've had jobs throughout my life now, but at that age, I wasn't trying to work. I wasn't trying to work at all. I was, you know, stick up kid.
And you got busted for being for robberies, right?
Yeah.
When you get busted, is it, for robberies and everything, man? Do you like when you're in jail, are you like sharing your experiences with people and learning how to be better at it?
When I was younger, yeah, but it's like hey, when you a kid, everybody lying in there. You know what I'm saying? It's like you figure out, hey man, a lot of people lying as an adult as well. But like really, when I start getting to the county, it's like, and then you see 1,000 people in there for the same thing you in there for, of course, you know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, that's how you do it. Or the next criminal is smarter than you. Like, oh, that's how you was doing it. Or that's how you got that much. Like, you know what I'm saying? So of course people exchange information like, oh, or you hear some stuff like, oh, that's how you was doing that. I got to add that to my, you know what I'm saying? Now I know, of course, like, you know, experience, you know what I'm saying? Experience, you know, bring knowledge. So, you know, like, man, if I ever do that again, that's the way I'm gonna do it. Oh, you got away with it how many times? For how long? Oh yeah, you know, so
Did you ever almost get shot doing it?
as far as a robbery,
Yeah.
yeah, plenty of times. Man, we almost got stabbed up too. Shit, robbing a corner, man, this long took man, just doing thirsty stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, the Pisces, they be having machetes at night. We kids, you know what I'm saying? Try to ride a little icy, man, and all at the corner, man. They ready to stab us. Hell yeah. Yeah. Most definitely though.
And you still kept it didn't stop, it didn't slow you down or nothing. Fuck it.
Nah, I was a bad kid. Like not as far as like terrible kid, but like as far as like bad, I didn't care about none of that stuff. You know, when you a kid, you feel like you don't have no consequence until the repercussions come. You know what I'm saying? You're not thinking about going to jail or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? But definitely once I start going to jail as a dog, I was like, oh yeah, I can't get caught doing this too many times. They didn't give me a strike one time, you know. So it's different when you're a dog. When you're a kid, it's like, oh, I gotta do 30 days, or they'll call my grandma, come pick your grandson up, type stuff, you know.
Growing up in South Central, the 40s, man,
Mm-hmm.
what do you think was like the worst situation? Did you ever actually get shot, or what was the closest time you ever been to being shot?
Being grazed and stuff like that, or seeing my best friend at the time getting shot in his head, point blank range, and lived
Damn.
and lived. And lived. You know, only got grazed. Lucky, you know, only got grazed or whatever the case was. But yeah, it was a flesh wound or whatever. But he ended up getting shot in his head, and lived.
Point blank range? That had to have been a small bullet, I take it, like a
I mean,
22?
not necessarily point blank range, but out the core, maybe like 10 feet. I call that point, that's close enough. At least no more than like 10 feet. And shot in the side of his head and lived. And I told him, like, bro, like, you shot him. Because I'm thinking at first, I'm thinking it's the glass from the window, because it went through the glass, like, as far as like we try to duck off in like the little stabbing instrument or whatever. And he like, I'm thinking like, man, I'm like, nah, bro, you hit. And he like, what? And start going crazy. Like, oh, I'm shot in my head. The homie Tiny K Rock got shot in his head, point blank range. Yeah, and lived to this day. Shot in the head.
Damn, what kind
Miracle.
of complications did he have from going through that?
As far as my knowledge, none. None.
I had a friend get shot in the side of the head. It like cracked his
Yeah.
skull,
Yeah.
like in like a kind of like a circular direction. And
Yeah.
like it was.
I don't know how true it is, but they say like if you was to get shot in your head, you'll want to get shot in like the lower back of your head or like the side. That's what people say. I don't know how true that is though. I don't know. That's what they say though. Cause I know like 3 or 4 people that got shot in the back of their head and still live. Like it's for not directly in the back, but like the lower back of their head.
That's supposed to be
And
the
on the
toughest
side.
part.
I guess I'm assuming. I don't know, but he definitely lucky though. And I don't think he had no complications.
Damn, that's good. Glad to
Yeah.
hear that about him for sure.
Yeah.
What does your family think when they find out you're in the streets? Like I know you mentioned like a lot of your family was
Mm-hmm.
already from the hood and everything, but you said your grandma was really strict with you, and that's
Yeah.
who you were living with. So how did she take it when she found out you were going in that direction?
So first of all, my granny being that's my heart, man. So I really never. I was like, even though I was doing what I was doing on the streets, I try to keep that away from her as much as possible. But when the schools kept calling me, because I got kicked out of pretty much every middle school on the west side. So on the west side of LA. So when they see like what they fighting for that name, man, they fighting over gang stuff, like, or she had seen my book binder, with the hood struck up, and she like, what is this? Like, so she knew, but I never really like had that in her face. It wasn't until I really start going to jail, and then they start calling me by my name and like, oh, he gang banging, like, so, but yeah, all my family knew though. All my family knew. I was like out of all the kids my age in the family, I was the only one that going to jail, and they all knew. My uncles and my aunties knew. But I guess I don't know if they really wanted to believe it or not. Like they didn't like, oh, because like I said, I was a kid. Like nobody takes a kid serious until you start shooting people or you start doing robberies or you start going to jail. Like, oh, that shit real now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or he going to YA, I get out, I'll go to when I'm 13, I'm getting out when I'm almost 18. So it's like, oh yeah, then I got out of YA. It's like I'm a grown man, like tattoos and all, so they're like, oh yeah, yeah. So
Okay, now you get older,
mm-hmm.
and do you continue to go to jail? Do you end up going to prison?
Yeah, I got sentenced to prison at like 18 or 19. Yeah, I made it there at 19 for sure. I don't know if I got sentenced at 18. I think it was 19. I got sentenced to prison. That's when I did my first bid. They gave me 3 years.
Okay. And
Mm-hmm.
can you talk about what it was for?
Oh, robbery, bullshit robbery, strong on robbery. Got caught. Took the rap. Bailed somebody else out of jail, and I ended up taking the rap for it. They got out, and I just, I got it.
Okay, you do 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
You go to prison, but this is a little bit different than just regular YA.
Yeah, big boys.
Big boys.
Yeah.
What's the difference? What are you seeing, and how are you adapting to it?
As far as YA in prison, it was a lot more. It was a lot more subtle, a lot more calmer, way more respectful, but way more treacherous at the same time. And it's I learned. I had to learn. I had to learn fast. But what I will say about YA, it taught me how to like do jail time. Like, you know what I'm saying? How to sell up with people, and 'cause that's big in prison. Like you got to know how to sell up. You have a weirdo cellie, or you just have a person who's particular in how he, not I want to necessarily say how he run his cell, but how he program in the cell. And that's a big thing. Like if you're not compatible with your cellie, then you know, that's a big problem in there. But as far as like the rules and the regulations, like the dissing, my lingo, you know what I mean? When I'm coming in, what's up, cuz? Like, woo woo. Like to Dom moves, and you know, that's a form of disrespect. Like, you know what I'm saying? So the homies like, hey, bro, you know, it was a lot of stuff in there they had to lace my boots about, like, you know, like, we don't do this here, bro. That's a sign of disrespect. Like, absolutely no dissing whatsoever unless we go in there type shit, you know? So I had to get used to that. Working out every day, waking up in the morning, you know, Matt rolled up 5:30 before the doors pop, you know, locking the door, you know, all that. Been on my Usalama, you know, so yeah. So that as far as that program and being taught how to be a man, because you know, whether I looked at them dudes as father figures, it was a lot of key people that played a part in my life. You know what I'm saying? That's showing me actually how to be a man. Like, man, pull your pants up, man. We not doing it. You grown. This prison. You advertise. Like, what you talking about? Like, you advertise. You know what that mean? Like, nah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, you showing your man. You know, it's prison. Pull your pants up. You know what I mean? Like, tie your shoes, lace your shoes, tie your boots. I'm trying to look cool and all that with my shoes, you know, unlaced and trying to say like, man, it's prison. You forgetting where you at right now. This prison. Tie your shoes up. You want to get knocked out your shoes? Like, nah. Like, you know what I mean? So, like, things like that.
Do you ever experience any riots when you're in prison?
I experienced a gang of riots. Can't even count how many riots. From the county jail to prison.
What do you think was like your worst riot when you were in prison?
My worst riot was in prison, I would say, in Centinela 2007. 2007. Centinela riot. 45 blacks, 300 and like 20, no, 220 Hispanics.
God damn.
Southern Mexicans. Yeah.
That's a big riot.
It's a big riot. It's kind of a lopsided riot as well. So yeah.
What happens like after a riot? Like, you know, so you guys go on lockdown. Like, how long are you
Mhm.
guys locked down after a riot like that?
Well, now they changed the rule. You can't be on lockdown more than 14 days. So they changed it a lot when I first went to prison, then last time I paroled. But back then, used to be on riots 9 months, a year, depending whatever facility or institution that you in. So they use that as a tool, like, man, y'all straight, y'all gonna come out, we gonna lock y'all down again. You know what I'm saying? They should be able to use that over your head, but directly after the riot, you know, of course, people go to medical, to the infirmary. Some people get sent out to the you know, to the outside hospital. You know, some people get shipped to the morgue. And, you know, so if it's so many, a lot of people get sent to ASEC. You know, ASEC is a whole. But if it's so many people, like if it's a real big riot, it's not going to be enough room for everybody in the hole. So what they do is they turn the buildings into the hole. So in California prison, whatever you are, that's what you house with. Like even down to your organization. So if I'm a Crip, I would never be in a cell with a blood. That would never happen. So I'm always be in a cell with a Crip, and like a non-affiliate always be in a cell with a non-affiliate unless they want to sell up with a Crip or a blood. You get what I'm saying? So the others, which is all Southeast Pacific Islanders, Samoan, Tongan, all them, they run together. They that's what they gonna run with. Southern Hispanics, you know what I'm saying? Skinheads, white boys, whatever the case is, they always gonna be housed in. So that's how they're able to just turn your whole unit into a whole anyway, because you're not integrated. You're segregated already anyway. You know, so if it's a big riot, they just like, it's too many people involved. Send wherever they gotta go, and we just gonna lock this bitch down. You know what I'm saying? And then like in a week or two, or maybe like 2-3 days, then they're like, all right, fuck it. If it was just the blacks and the Mexicans, let the whites up and let the Asians up so we can pass out this food and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And try to get the program back, you know what I'm saying, back going on.
Did you ever see the guards kill anybody over a riot?
Yeah, all the time. That's why I said that like the riot I had in Centinela in 2007, it was people that died. As far as inmate on inmate, and as far as like correctional officers on inmates. You gotta understand, they in California, they really got a no warning shot fire. And if they see you like attacking somebody, or as far as, you know, they feel like you trying to take his life, they're gonna shoot to kill. By all means necessary, they have to protect that person's life. You know, so yeah. And it's kind of fucked up because, like, you know, like the blacks, we have a different protocol than, you know, majority of the other races. Like as far as like the Norteños and the Sureños and the white boys, they instructed to they have to get caught. Like a black person, you know, we can do our thing on somebody and we can get up out of here, you know. But them, they got to go to the back. Like if they told to do something, they gotta do that. And only they gotta do that, they have to get caught. So if you going to town on somebody, you know, and the guard see you, he's like in the back of your mind, like, dang, they're gonna shoot. You know, I never seen chaos the way I seen in a prison riot, and just like a second like that, it just go quiet. I'm talking about from screaming loud to everything, just all the chatter, like top of your lungs, to just in an instant quiet like this. They shoot that shot, that mini 14, pow, you just see everybody just it's kind of crazy because you don't know if you hit what direction they shoot. And then on most prisons, they got at least 5 buildings, child hall tower and the main tower. So seven gun towers at least on every yard. So if they shooting, you don't know how many shooting or where they shooting at. So human nature, or you know what I'm saying, your instinct, like, oh shit, like, you know what I mean? And then when you figure it out, then yeah, sometimes you look like, oh damn. You know, you gone.
Damn.
Yeah, you know, mini 14 hit you anywhere, like, you know, it's gonna knock a chunk off, man. So,
And they aim for the head.
Pretty much aim for the head or the heart. I'd even seen other people like them try to shoot somebody, and it's ricocheting and hitting other people, innocent people.
Damn.
And not only that, you know what's crazy, because that's even in the Title 15. If you say, if they shoot you, if the officers shoot you, they charge you for the bullet that they shot you with. They charge you for the ammunition. That's cold, huh?
Wait a minute.
That's a fact.
So if you get shot by a guard, a prison guard, they're gonna charge you for the bullet.
They're gonna charge you for the bullet. They're gonna charge you, put restitution on you for the ammunition that they had to use to gain control over the situation. Damn. Especially if they have to use lethal force, or they call it lethal force or anything like that. They charge you any medical expense, if the guards get hurt over there, they charge you all that. Restitution. The first one. Yeah.
Early 20s.
Yeah.
What do you do with yourself? Do you just go right back to the streets?
Right back to the streets. Straight? Man, when I got out in 07, I was right back in the streets. I got like one job. My big homie, Big Devil, he got me a job. I never forget it, a little custodial job at the apartments downtown LA at the Medici. I was, you know, doing a little light maintenance work, sweeping up trash and whatever the case was. And I quit that shit about 3 days. My feet got to hurt. And I'm like, oh yeah, this ain't for me. This ain't it. This ain't for me. And then they talking about you ain't getting paid for 3 weeks. I'm like, what? Like, what you mean? Y'all didn't tell me this when I started. You know what I mean? Like, you got 1 week in a hole. I thought it was every 2 weeks. They're like, oh yeah, that first week don't count. You know, I'm like, oh yeah, I quit. I'm cool. Let me just pick up my check, man. How many days is that? Just run me my check. Yeah, I wasn't trying to do nothing. I had checked into college. I think West LA. I checked in West LA for a brief moment, and that was only to get my PO off me. Like, man, I'm in school. Like, you know, I'm in school, but yeah, I was right back in the streets. I wasn't trying to do nothing but the streets back then.
How'd you get into doing interviews?
To be honest, man, it just fell in my lap, man. After I guess the world see my video that I had made towards Bricc Baby and DW Flame. You know how the internet come, they just came calling, it just went viral. Yeah, it just went viral. It's crazy because when my cousin had interviewed, I was here and I wasn't viral yet. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah. So I guess after that, everybody just started calling me.
So you do a video. You're not happy about the Bricc Baby and DW Flame situation.
Not at all.
And you make this video and it goes viral. Do you expect for it to go viral?
Not even a little bit. I was just venting to my fans. I mean, not even my fans, my people, that my followers. You know what I'm saying? Like, I never in a million years thought it would go viral. I wasn't trying to go viral. My cousin, if I see, that's the perception a lot of people get to. They was like, oh, he was clout chasing or whatever the case. I heard that a lot. It's like, how was I clout chasing? My cousin Lil Foresters had been viral 10 months since we've been out. If you know me, I don't try to get in his interviews, no, nothing like that. If that's the case, I could have been trying to ride his way. I just really like just made a video with 2 videos, and I woke up the next morning and that shit was everywhere. That shit was everywhere. Like,
So can you kind of break down like what was your problem or issue, or what is it that you seen that you didn't like?
so it was a couple issues as far as Bricc Baby, cause that's I was basically like venting to the homie like nigga, like he just dissed neighborhood in your face. You get what I'm saying? Like he just dissed neighborhood in your face. I understand the relationship that you two have, because like I said, I with the opposite side. I got a gang of homies that my hood don't align with or don't get along with, but we built them type of rapport and relationships. So I understand if a person slip up. My only thing was to him is like, bro, you on one of the biggest platforms in the world. You get what I'm saying? So as far as us being LA, you guys is in the limelight. You get what I'm saying? So I understand what you would check it off the camera or whatever the case is, but my whole thing, you should have nipped it in the bud right there. Like, hey, bro, like, we not even want to do this. Look, this, that, and the third. We got viewers, you know what I'm saying? Millions and hundreds of thousands of viewers. Let's not start this gang war in LA. You see what I'm saying? So that was my only issue with Bricc when it came out to DW. It's like nigga, you not even from LA, bro. Like, and we be seeing you. Like the homies, you be around neighborhoods and we be seeing you. You see what I'm saying? Like, if that was the case, you should have had that same energy towards, but yeah, that was the only issue that I had towards DW. Like, nigga, even though you had that relationship, you should have nipped it in the bud as well, because you know you mess with our homies, you mess with the neighborhoods, you mess with the rollers, bro. That's not how that perception, because it doesn't matter what relationship you two have. It's other people outside worlds. You gotta understand, it's neighborhoods in damn near all 50 states. You know what I'm saying? It's gangsters and moving and hoovers and pretty much anywhere a gangbang as well. So not only y'all actions can start something in LA, it can start something in every other city and state as well. You see what I'm saying? Because it's insane in a lot of other places as well. So if y'all beef right there or we kick off with something in LA, they follow our, you know what I'm saying? They follow our pecking order. So, you know, that's just what it is. That's the only problems that I had with them. And then, you know, the back and forth began, you know, and it kind of got out there.
Well, you and Bricc Baby end up on the phone at one point.
Correct.
So you guys end up kind of just talking it out, talking you guys' way through it?
Yeah, absolutely. So we in the I thought we had an understanding or whatever the case was. It's just the disagreement that we had with the disconnect. I'm gonna say the disconnect that we had is after we got off the phone and had that initial conversation. Because my whole thing, like, if you heard the conversation, it's like, yeah, bro, or whatever the case is, he spoke his piece, I spoke my piece. We came to we say, all right, bro, we gonna meet up or whatever the case is. We gonna holler at his man, whatever happened. Because at the end of the day, you still a homie. Whatever happened, whatever you decide to, you know what I'm saying? We gonna leave it at that, but we still gonna be homies. And we had that set in stone. But like 2 hours after we had that conversation, it was content that was released from him and his camp. You know, multiple videos. So I'm like, damn, like, bro, like, we just, you know, and he ended up telling me, like, you know, we'll schedule content, bro. My things run on the app or whatever the case is. So I'm like, I understand that. But if you know the conversation we had, that's the only disconnect. Like, bro, you could have pulled it. You know what I'm saying? Or you could have took it down. You run your, like, and that's when my frustration was here. I'm like, bro, like, when you trying to play me, or like, what's, like, you know what I mean? Like, let's just have a conversation. And then the back and forth, like I said, the back and forth, and it just, you know, just spiraled out of control. You know?
And the phone call leaked.
Yeah.
Okay, so what all happened with that?
As far as what?
The phone call, the recorded phone call.
As far as who leaked it, or why was it leaked, or I'm trying to understand your question.
Right. Yeah, let's how to get leaked. Yeah.
I put it out. Yeah,
Okay.
I put it. I said that before. I put it out because once I feel like he went back on his word, you get on saying he this and he went back on his word. Cause I already told him in the phone call, like, bro, I don't really do the internet shit, and I'm not about to sit up here and portray, you know, to the public that it's up between me and you, and it's not. You get what I'm saying? Just for content. I never, like I said, I never wanted to be viral, bro. Like that wasn't my intentions. You get what I'm saying? And like plus I'm not about to have our homies or anything up. Like you gotta understand, like when something happened on in LA, it happens all over the world that them same neighborhoods are in. You get what I'm saying? So I try not to, and I just want to know that, like, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? If we gonna handle some shit as men, but we not about to put the whole world, the whole gang world involved in our personal shit because it's not even that serious. You know what I'm saying? Well, we both local and we both homies. We could just pull up on each other, you know what I'm saying, and get it situated. But I put that out once I felt like he released the content. It's like, oh, well, hold on, bro. I gotta portray my, you know what I'm saying, my name, image, and my likeness just the way as you do, you know what I'm saying, just as well as you doing. So I looked at like, bro, like you wasn't on that. You just told me that it was Spoety, everything was cool, you know? And we came to an understanding, which I was 100% on board with the understanding. Like whatever happens, we could fight, we could conversate, we could do whatever. When we had this, you know what I'm saying, this meetup, you get what I'm saying? But
I missed one crucial part. You guys went to No Jumper, you and 4 Extra.
yeah,
Okay, what was the reasoning and thoughts behind going to No Jumper?
like I said, when I seen him, you know what I'm saying, when he, the initial, when they start getting bigger and bigger and bigger, he like, well, shit, pull up. Like ain't nobody can, you know what I'm saying, y'all know where I'm at, pull up. He didn't put no name on it, but when he's saying, like, somebody saying like, oh, pull up, you know what I'm saying, with the woo, this, that, and the third. Where I'm from, it's like, all right, you want me to pull up? Like, that's fair game. I don't know where you be at. Like, I'm in the 40s, you can call me, oh, I'm in the 40s, or you want in the 60s, oh, I'll pull up over there. Like, I'll with the 60s, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but this is where I know you're going to be at. So if you tell me to pull up, in my personal opinion, it's fair game. But I can't see how a person say, oh, he at his workplace or this, and the third. And I respect that. I can understand that. But in my personal opinion, like, don't say pull up if you don't mean pull up. Because you in the streets. This ain't no pull. Oh, no, wait. No, I'm at my work. Like, and that's what I was trying to explain to the homie, bro. Like, I understand what you're saying. You at your workplace. And the nigga don't want you to lose your job or to crash out at your job. But when you go on the internet and tell me to pull up, I'm going to pull up. You see what I'm saying? At no means that me or my cousin was trying to make him crash out or we want you to lose your job. You know what I'm saying? Nah, get your money, bro. Get your chili. Like, you feel me? You putting on for the city, you putting on for the section. Crenshaw, everything. You know what I'm saying? So that's cool. But I didn't think you cared. This is my personal opinion. I can't speak for Bricc, baby. I'm just only speaking for my personal opinion. When somebody telling me pull up, in my personal opinion, you ain't caring about your job. Or you ain't caring wherever we see each other, wherever we meet, that's where it's supposed to, you know what I'm saying? That's what the conversation or whatever gonna happen, supposed to happen. You get what I'm saying? So that's how I was taught. But yeah.
Okay, now, do you guys come to an understanding? Is this all water under the bridge now between you guys?
As far as me and Bricc, baby, we had a couple conversations. We definitely had a couple conversations. I hollered at Gordy as well. We getting there. We definitely had a couple conversations, got on the phone, you know what I'm saying, and spoke like men and got understanding. Like I said before, man, I was the homie, like, and we kind of got off on the wrong foot and it kind of got out there, him crashing out or whatever the case was and saying all the BS that he said. But like I said, like, man, I got a bigger purpose. I got a bigger message. And if somebody asks me for forgiveness, like, you know what I'm saying, why not? I get on my knees and pray every day. You feel me? To the Most High, asking him to forgive my sins. Who am I to ask if another man, he know his wrongs, he admit his wrongs and try to correct them? I'm allow him to do that just as well as me because I played a big part of that as well. I was running wrong. I was in the wrong too. I called him out his name and all type of shit. And I understand that. I wasn't just innocent either. So, I don't care what nobody say. Like, that's the homie. It's the relationship getting better. We working on it. We coming, you know what I mean, to we gonna be meeting up real soon, you know what I'm saying, and seeing where it go from that. But we definitely communicated a couple times, you know what I'm saying. So
That's what's up.
we'll
That's
see,
what's up.
we'll see where it go from there. But that's still a homie, and hopefully we can show everybody, just because you disagree or you have a public display of disagreements or, you know what I'm saying, threats or however people want to take it, like it don't always got to go to violence. You know what I'm saying? We ain't always got to end that way. We can agree to disagree, or we, like I said, like however the homie want to do, he want to talk it, whatever, fight, whatever. I understand my part that I played in that, but I want the kids and other people to see that it ain't always got to just, you know what I mean? It ain't got to always be that, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna be a man enough to stand on that, bro. Cause I don't want it to go there. Most people gonna come up here and play hard and God, I'm not, nah, bro. That wasn't my plan. That wasn't my intention. So, yeah.
Okay, now Milk 74.
Oh yeah.
What's going on with Milk?
Man, I don't know. It seemed like every video, like people be sending me his little videos. Every little video he react, he always got something smart to say about me, or like something trying to be funny, or like he want to use the terminology Gilligan or whatever the case is. And I feel like he the biggest Gilligan out here. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the case, he want to even accuse us black men, you know what I'm saying, still in his stilo community. We've been saying this for thousands of years, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know where he got that from, but yeah, just recently my YouTube got my second YouTube got snatched again. A lot of people been sending me stuff that he said about me or whatever the case was, but I ain't never met dude. You know what I'm saying? He hit me in my DMs one time and asked me that I was working with Alex Alonso or whatever the case is. I don't know whatever they got going on, but yeah, tell him keep my name out his mouth. Now him, he not the homie, bro. So and he just made himself look bad, going to back to no jumper and all that. So I don't really fuck with Milk like that. To be honest, I don't fuck with him at all.
Okay. Is there anything in particular that he said or did that you want to address?
Just everything. Anytime he react to any homie from neighborhood, rightfully so. I'm gonna just put it. First of all, our hoods is oppositions. You get what I'm saying? Our hoods are, so he don't gotta show us no favor, no love or anything like that. But it's just like, if you gonna react, like don't react without a bias. You know what I'm saying? Opinion. That's my whole thing. And stop acting like you just in the streets like that. From my understanding, he not even from his section no more. That's why he dropped the 7-4 because his homies, you know what I'm saying, gave him the boot and told him to get up out of here. Which is cool. I don't promote gangbanging anyway. But my whole thing is about like don't try to start something like with the neighborhoods and the Hoovers, bro. And you not even from over there. You're not even promoting. You get what I'm saying? Because I fuck with people from Hoover. I fuck with people from A-Trade Gangsters. Like I said, my big relative, you know what I'm saying, big Sight from Swans. You know what I'm saying? So, and my brother's from Bonnie on it. So I don't, that right there, I just feel like he trying to play like the neighborhood Hoover car so he can still be in there, like, you know what I'm saying, and trying to like start some friction, like don't do that, bro. Like, I don't even know you from a can of paint. Like, why is my name in your mouth, bro? I understand you reacting to a video, but like, react to my video, you know what I'm saying, with an unbiased opinion. Like, you don't even know me, bro. And to say I'm still in any of your lingo or your language or something like that, that shit is crazy, bro.
I hear you. Okay. Well, you said you got your YouTube channel deleted.
Second time.
You know what happened? Why it got deleted?
I mean, the first time when that Bricc baby stuff was going on, man, you know what I'm saying? They said it was hate and bullying. I was bullying somebody, man. That's what they said, man. That's what they said, Cam, and they snatched it, man. Listen, I done talked about 9 or 10 different YouTubers, man. They all told me like, man, Spoety, usually they like give you a warning, or they strike your page, or they give you a couple some strikes or whatever. I really don't know how that worked. I ain't never got one warning, one strike, no nothing. They just came, page gone, threatened, bully. I never got one strike, bro. And they took my page. This is the second time. They just took it like 3-4 days ago. I woke up one morning, page gone again.
Damn.
And people sending me stuff that, Milk was saying, or whatever the case was. He was DMing somebody. I don't know what the case was, but my whole point, that's sucker shit, bro. Like, it's like, to me, that's sucker shit, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers that reacted to my video and said all type of shit, I have never like strike, none of that, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you make a living how you make a living like that. That's sucker shit, especially if you portraying to be in the streets or involved with some street people. Like, we don't do that. Like, so what did you, like, I'm not even saying it's him, whoever, I'm saying whoever, the first or the second time. So what are you doing? You calling YouTube, bro? Like, how did that work, Kim? Like, you got to, like, how they got the YouTube police, like, how that work?
I have no idea how something like that could get your page deleted.
No strikes, no warnings, no nothing. They got some people with some high places, or they got some, they sending some bots after me, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what's going on, man.
I would have to see what you said, man. I mean,
the second one, I was staying away from that on purpose. I didn't had nothing up there on nobody. I didn't say anything, and they got me again. That's sucking shit, bro. Yeah, but it is what it is, though, man.
Yeah, that's man. Having to keep rebuilding a YouTube channel. That's
Yeah, man. That's the second time, and I let everybody live. I let everybody eat. You know what I'm saying? I give everybody all the content in the world. Like, why y'all want to hate on my little shit? Y'all got hundreds of thousands of subscribers.
Yeah, I can't imagine you were doing anything different than anybody else.
Two YouTube pages already.
Did you appeal them?
I tried to, but I don't even know how that shit worked. The first one I appealed it, they ain't never even they ain't never get back at me on that. And then the second one, I was like, man, I appealed this, like, man.
You should definitely appeal it.
Man, do they got a YouTube lawyer? Can I kind of lawyer it up on it? You know what I'm saying? Man, I'm going, you know what I mean? I don't even know how that work. I try to appeal it, man, but like, man, I don't.
There's definitely people out there that can help you they help you get your YouTube channel back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to send me somebody way, because I was monitorized on both of them, bro. Like I said, I hadn't been doing nothing in recent weeks because, you know what I'm saying, the last month and a half, like I said, because I lost my little brother, unfortunately, to the street. So I've been dealing with that, trying to bury him and, you know what I'm saying, the grieving process or whatever that was. So I wasn't really, that's another reason why I fell back from the internet. I fell back from that situation. Like, but if we not going to take you, I'm not even about to play with you. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm in a whole different mind state and my mental's way somewhere else. So I'm not even about to be going back and forth on no internet shit. But yeah, I hadn't even been posted on it. So hey, that was just crazy to me, bro. But so I guess somebody feel like I got a voice, you know.
Damn. Okay. Yeah, I got some people I can at least send you their Instagram, and you know what I'm saying, maybe something will work out for you.
I appreciate that, man. Man, get me back in the game, man. I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, for sure, man. Well, anything else you want to touch on before we get out of here?
Yeah, absolutely, man. First of all, man, I just want to say free my little cousin, Lil 4 Extras, man. You know what I'm saying? Man, they gave him a little violation. He'll be back home real soon. You know, man. You know, and you know, of course, oh yeah. Man, shout out to this my boy right here. Y'all can't see him, but Persian, you know what I'm saying? Persian Legacy right here, man. My security man, head of my security detail, man. You know, of course. Oh, Deshaun Jackson too. I got a podcast coming on there, man. You know, and Why Not Podcast, my boy Bro Rogan. I'm working with, and y'all gonna see me doing some more work in the city and outside the city. I got they just put me on a panel, you know, doing outreach programs. We helping people get the expungements on their records for free. I'm gonna be doing that as far as like you know, like I said, giving back to my community, trying to make my community better. You know what I'm saying? Take some of it back. So that's what I'm on right now. That positive message. You know, like I said, I promote peace. You know, hopefully unity with everybody, black, brown, yellow, white, whatever the case is. I'm trying to get everybody on one accord, man. You know what I'm saying? Stop the violence and increase the peace. That's what we all. That's what you push it. You know, I appreciate you having me on your platform, man.
Definitely, man. I appreciate you, man. You know, dope story. You know, I look forward to what you got coming up, man. You know, good luck with everything.
Yeah, man. Absolutely, man. One more thing, man. I just want to shout out to my lovely kids, man. Billy, Fernaya, man. Milan, man. Daddy love you. But yeah, hey, also, before we go, Cam, I just want to tell everybody out there, man, y'all feel the same way I do, man. Step up, man. It's a lot of people since they been hearing me pressing positivity, man, and saying I'm Hebrew Israelite or whatever the case was. Like, you know, I'm not with the set trip no more. You know, if y'all feel the same way I feel, you know, just say something, bro. Because there's a lot of people that feel like me. You know what I'm saying? They just don't want to say nothing, or they feel like they not qualified to say nothing. You know what I mean? So that's not keeping it in, you know what I'm saying, in the back no more. Let's bring it to the forefront, and I think we could do a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? Let's get on this piece. You know, and shit. Don't be a coward. Don't be a follower. If you feel the same way I feel, you know what I'm saying, step up, say something. You know what I mean? Let's stop this violence, man, and get these kids a fighting chance out here, man. Yeah, and anybody out there, man, that's messing with my message, man, you know what I'm saying? With the peace and the positivity, man. All my brothers and sisters, it don't matter what you are, who you are, all creeds, walks of life, man. Go follow me up, man. Spoetyface underscore SPOETYFACE underscore. I'm on TikTok, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook, I'm on Thread, and my new YouTube page, man, it's gonna be Spoetyface News. So make sure y'all go check in. Y'all gonna check in with that, man. Like, comment, and subscribe, man. We got some good content on there, and we got some good content coming, man. So yeah, go follow up, man. Like, comment, and subscribe. All the platforms. I'm available on all of them. Appreciate the love.
That's what it is. All right.
Dr.
Appreciate
Lund.
you.
Appreciate the appreciation.
All right, bro.